Okay, we're on the living room west interior wall, and this is the electric load center. And you're not supposed to have more than a 1/4 inch gap between the cabinet and the wall. And then the cabinet itself has been installed with, well, when I can find it, well, those aren't drywall screws, so we're going to leave the fasteners alone for the time being. But we're not supposed to have a gap that big between the cabinet. The bonding location and the grounding locations are not labeled. This is an electric meter, okay? So what we do not have is a whole house surge protector. This is your electric meter, so you can measure your electricity. This is the main disconnect. We have 100 amps to this panel cabinet. So since this is the main disconnect, main shut-off valve, main shut-off switch, alright? This is back-fed. So I'm going to do a little bit of homework on back-feeding. Sometimes it's applicable, a lot of times it's not. So we got a back-fed breaker. It should have gone to a disconnect up here, a single disconnect, but they chose to back-feed it. So we need, now they've isolated it, and it's the first one, bottom right. I get it, so it's got some provisions, and this might be acceptable, but we're gonna read about it because it should be up here as your second disconnect. Let me come over here and we kind of study the wires here a little bit. And these wires, where are you going? Look like 15 amp wires going to the condensing unit. These wires are undersized. See the way this one's wrapped with tape? Did it burn off? Is that what happened? Did it burn, have a little meltdown? Huh. I mean, I can't take the tape off and find out, but what is that about? Let me come over here. This is for the furnace and this is for the microwave. See this wire right here for the microwave? That's properly sized. See this wire for the furnace? It, like the condensing units, is undersized. It's undersized. And since there's not a disconnect inside the air handler, then there should be a lockout on this, but there's not. This is the microwave. That should be GFCI protected, but it's not. Your range should be GFCI protected. It should have a lockout on it. It does not. It's okay for your condensing unit not to be GFCI protected. What else, bud? Oh, there's got to be something else. See all this beautiful printing? Excuse me, that's handwriting. All this beautiful handwriting? Alright? It should be printed, not handwritten. Even like, see where it says danger right there? See where it says Eaton? See where it says all this? All this is printing. The manufacturer thinks that that should have been printed. Like that sticker right there. The manufacturer actually, stickers came with this that said things like dishwasher and range and condensing unit. They came with stickers, but they didn't put them on there. They just wrote them out. It's quicker, I guess. I don't know why. But it's not supposed to be done like that. It's supposed to be printed. So that's what we learned. We got a gap that's too large. Our bonding location, our grounding location is not labeled. It's back-fed. Back-fed, we got some undersized wires, overfused circuits, okay? And 20 amp, by the way, that's the proper size for the condensing unit. And so the wires aren't sized properly. The breaker is. The wires are not. Oh, and one more thing, because I keep looking, right? I keep looking. A hand label. Let's see if the ground wires coming in here. Because this is a sub panel. They go to this right here, which is where they're supposed to go, on the back of the box. Alright? So all that's fine. All of that's fine. But we got one grounding wire come over here, didn't go far enough, so they just wrapped it with the other ground wires. Well, that might test okay, but that's not how you address something like that.